Hey everyone, just going through this trade breakdown, giving you my reasoning, my thoughts behind this trade, what I was looking at, what I was thinking with this one that I just took here up top on NQ. So I'm on the 15-minute chart here, and I'm looking at these higher time frame fair value gaps. I'm going to pull up Fatty's indicator that I use. This is what I was looking at the time. So we drive up here after Powell starts speaking, and then you'll notice, let me take this guy off, you'll notice that we land inside a 4-hour fair value gap. We also land inside this 1-hour fair value gap, and of course we have the 15s kind of sprinkled all through here. But the main two that I'm looking at and that my eye is focused on is these two right here. And then let me just go ahead and I'll take this guy off. And just keep in mind, as the morning is progressing, I'm simply clicking these guys off and on on the dual screens that I've got, just watching to see where things are at, watching to see how it's reacting, because you guys know the 2 points, or the 2 sides, 2 areas I guess I should say, that I look at with these higher time frame fair value gaps is the first tap into it, and then what happens when we get to the other side. Do we drive through it, or do we react off of it and come back down? And that's what we've got going on right here. So let me just go ahead and move down to the 1 minuto, and I'll show you what I was looking at here. So we got the drive up, we got all this going on through here. I'm just sitting on the sidelines, just watching, seeing that we're driving back up into this 1 hour again. And so once we start consolidating, guys, what I am looking at, and this is, every day when it starts doing this, is I'm looking at, we're at the top of this guy. Are we going to drive through it, or are we looking like we're going to bounce back down off of it? And so I'm looking to see, are we making higher highs or lower highs, whatever, at this point? Like what are we doing in terms of candles, in terms of price structure? Mainly, higher highs. Are we continuing to do that, or do we make one and then start coming back down? So we got to here, I drew this one out. We come up here, this candle sweeps that guy, and I can actually put him, we'll make another one right here. And so we've actually now got this guy here. So then we come up, I notice we don't sweep this one here. I'm just sitting back watching, and then we start this drive up again. Now let me back up and say that when it did do this, I went ahead and plotted the projections, again thinking if we can get back down here, that could be a potential entry, just depending on what the rest of this stuff does here. So we've got a higher high that's created here. We come up, don't get quite as high, we don't sweep that area. We come up again, and we create this high, although it doesn't take out these 2 areas here. And then we have some strong displacement candles down. And you can see I already went ahead and plotted what I saw would be a potential change in the state of delivery area there. So we get some strong displacement candles back down. I've talked about getting in on the change in the state of delivery, but you guys have also heard me say, when we get a strong drop like this, I will not get in down here, as I usually would once it crosses over that area. I'm going to wait, especially if it creates a huge gap, because most of the time it's going to create a fair value gap, and price will want to come back in and check out that area, and that's what happened here. And so it comes up into this 1 minute fair value gap. It supports that, and then we get the drop. This is actually, let me throw up on the screen here. That's actually my trade that I took right there. You guys have saw the post, or see the post on X. You can see where I got in there. So once I saw, let me make sure it's off the screen. Once I saw this area was supporting that, I got in at the top of this candle, which all of a sudden plunged, and I'm like, oh boy. So then it starts moving down again. Once we got this dip up, again, bouncing off this 1 hour fair value gap, once it did this ping pong effect and started coming back down, that's when I felt comfortable that we're going to keep dropping here. So fib projections are plotted in both areas. Looking to the left, liquidity is sitting right here, playing it safe. And so as you guys saw me mention on X, I was targeting the 525, which lines right up with that. You can see that to the left there, 525. Shooting for that, and once it hit it, then I got out. Let me also, forgot to bring these guys back up on the screen. You can also see during that point in time, we had a beautiful sweep off the 15-minute candle here. That was why I plotted those projections here. Again, anticipating that will possibly be the change in the state of delivery. And then when this candle slammed down, I thought, okay, here we go. This is a possible short here. Let me see how this fair value gap respects that area. And then we drop and continue on. So lots of confluence there. Again, the sweeps, you can see the 50, the 30, the 1 hour supporting all this in terms of order flow. And again, just playing it safe, not going for, some huge run down through here. Just going for base hits, going for liquidity, and then getting off the boat. So I hope that helps out, guys, for some of you who enjoy hearing this. I know I like to listen to other people speak about their process. I don't find a whole lot out there. I find a whole lot of text I'm reading, which I'm just like, come on, guys, it's 2025 here. Make a video, talk about your thoughts. But again, those that do that, they want you to jump in their Discord and in their mentorship and pay this and pay that. And I'm not all about that. I'm about sharing knowledge, passing it on as a trader, helping other traders. That's just me, guys. So I'll try to do this as much as I can. And just, like I said, just share my thoughts. Again, throwing it up on the screen one more time. There's my trade there. See if I can kind of mimic the screen. So there's, again, getting in here and then riding it down. All right, guys. And again, that's just utilizing a multitude of things. Just basic price, can't talk here. Basic price structure, watching price, watching the candles. Obviously looking to the right at the higher time frame candles, we're getting that beautiful fractal sweep. And then, basic concepts from here in terms of fair value gaps and dropping it down from there. So, all right. Hope this wasn't too long, guys. Just wanted to share that with you. And you guys have a great weekend. Spend it with your loved ones. Spend it with your family, your friends. Stay off the charts. Take a break, guys. And we'll keep grinding and get back on it on Monday. All right. You guys have a great one. Yeah, I'll catch you on the next video.